Hey guys, it's Milka. Welcome back to my channel, and today's video is an exciting one for me. You guys, I have 3 new pens here. This is a little excessive that I bought so many new pens all at once, I know, but I was just very excited about them. And actually, as you can see, I've got an Opus 88 here. I'm very glad that I purchased this one. When I purchased it, there was only a broad nib size, like it was only available in the broad. And it's so funny actually, because this was only available in the broad. My preferred nib size is a fine. And the Narwhal or the Nahvalur, Nahvalur, I'm not sure which, but you know, was only available, like the medium was also out of stock. The fine was also out of stock for this one, so I ended up getting the closest thing to it, which was the medium. And then the Benu, I did get a fine. So I got a fine, a medium, and a broad nib here. So it's funny, they all kind of came in one in every nib size. Well, standard nib sizes, but I'm super excited. I'm going to be completely honest. I have already opened the pens. Okay, I couldn't wait. I could not wait. So I opened the pens. They are already inked, but I wanted to do an unboxing for you anyway and show it what it's like to get it out of the box. So I will give you guys a heads up if any of you saw my previous video where I did a little walkthrough of my Lucky Star Pens satellite party pen. If any of you saw that walkthrough, I just want to let you know, around the time that I got this pen, I have been on a kick of getting a bunch of space themed pens or celestial-esque themed pens because, well, to be completely honest with you, I really love space. So I love space, I love astronomy and the concept of space, you know, like looking up at the stars. And I love astronomy, but I also used to I used to read astrology charts as well. For any of you who are from my other channel, I have another channel where I do tarot. It's been a bit stagnant, but I will come back to it eventually because I have my own business as well with those spiritual things like tarot and astrology and all this other stuff. But yes, so I've been wanting space themed pens. I'm gonna start with the Opus. So I'll start broadest to less broad, I guess. But I've been wanting space themed pens for over a year now. It's definitely been over a year. I've been wanting it for a while. But I just wouldn't pull the I don't know, something came over me. Something happened that I was like, I just need to get these space themed pens, and I got them all at once, so I couldn't contain it. But yes, so we're starting with the Opus 88. Now this is an Opus 88 mini, and there are a couple of videos on it, but you know, I'll add to the bunch because why not? So this is the little instructions that it comes with, because the Opus 88 is a eyedropper pen, and so it comes with a little extra O-ring over here, as well as a glass dropper. And the colorway is Celestial Zodiac. You guys, this pen is so beautiful. It has all 12 of the Western Zodiac constellations. I'm a Scorpio, so mine is up here. It's just been fun looking at this pen and seeing like, oh, my mom is a Gemini, so finding Gemini, it was somewhere here. Oh, here it is. Yes, so seeing Gemini, you know, it's been really fun to look at this, especially because, like I mentioned, I don't do it as much now. I'm gonna get this box out of the way. I don't do it as much now, but I used to read astrology charts for people. So this kind of, and you know, in the tarot, sometimes astrology comes up. So this felt very special in that regard. I'm not sure how well the camera is picking up the lighting and all of this stuff. Okay, I think it's fine. Maybe if I just, oop, no, that's a little too dim. Okay, but that's too much glare. Well, it'll be what it'll be. This is the best I can do with the lighting. But yes, so all of the pens I'm going to show you are inked, so keep that in mind. But yes, so the Celestial Zodiac, I'll do one more spin for you guys. It is very beautiful. It is a mini pen and it's my first Opus. Every pen that you're going to see in this video is my first of the brand. So it's going to be my first Opus, my first Nahvalur / Narwhal, my first Benu. And I've wanted to get one of these. Like in the beginning of the year, I was like, I would like to get an Opus pen this year. I would like to get a Narwhal pen this year. I would like to get a Benu this year, but I was like, you know, maybe it would be excessive to get all of those as brand new pens, and it ended up happening anyway, but that's okay. So let me give you a little twirl and open it up. Here is the nib. I believe this is a number 5 size nib. I don't know how well it picks up, if it'll focus on the nib. But yes, it is in a broad. There is a tiny bit of design etched onto the nib. Not sure again how well it's focusing right now, but yes, there is some design etched on the top or the tip of the nib, and it says Opus 88 and just a little B here. There's like minor scroll work, I guess you could say, but it's still nice. And it says, oh, please zoom in. Okay. Well, I tried to show you guys, but it's the camera will do what the camera will do. I don't know if it's picking up, but yes, it also has a little B for broad. And this is an eyedropper pen. I'll be completely honest with you guys, when I first opened this pen, I was struggling. I'm just gonna put the cap down for a moment. I was struggling with untwisting the this little section here at the end, so this is not a piston fill, this is not a vacuum fill. This is a completely different mechanism. There's already ink in here, so there's going to be a limitation to how much I can show you on the inside, but you do have to, similar to a vacuum pen, untwist this end here so that the ink will flow. And then if you're traveling, you can just twist it closed and it'll kind of close little channels so the ink doesn't spill or slosh around, I suppose, too much into, so the ink doesn't spill essentially, not slosh around. So I had a hard time turning this knob as well as taking this part, like the nib / grip section, off of the pen, because you have to remove it in order to fill the pen. I will show you now. Since then, I have untwisted it multiple times. But of course it's gonna act up now. 1 second. Maybe I'm twisting in the wrong direction. What is this? I can't untwist it. You see what I mean? It's being finicky. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna have to take it off camera. There we go. It's being finicky, but I guess this was meant to be like an example of the experience I had. It was very difficult to untwist it, you guys. I tried so hard. I had to use a paper, I had to use a towel, and even that wasn't working at first. But I'm not gonna hold it to the side, only because, like I said, there's already ink in here. And I know it's kind of dark, but if you can see, there is a little thing here that sticks out, and that would be when you untwist the bottom. This is the thing that kind of pulls out a little bit. So yes, the barrel itself is slightly translucent as well. I find that most of the Opus 88 pens that I have seen, they have kind of a translucent barrel. However, it is filled with ink, though there's not too much. I just don't know how well you'll be able to see. Oh, hold on. I have one more phone here. Give me 1 second. Maybe I can... Oh, and it's dead. Okay, so I cannot show you. I was going to use the flash on there, but it's dead. But yes, just take my word for it. It is slightly translucent. You can see the ink sloshing around. I don't have too much ink in here because the ink that I have is very light. So I just wanted to try it out in here. But yes, so it is translucent. You can see the ink in a certain lighting, but it is, because of the dark color, like it's more of a navy blue or so, you won't be able to see it just outright. but it's nice to see how much ink you've got left. And this does have a very large ink capacity for a mini pen. It can hold over 1 milliliter of ink, which is very impressive. Okay, it also posts, which is nice, and it becomes a full-size pen. So it's very comfortable with the posting. I will say, depending on how high you like to hold your pens, the grip section is quite short and stout, but really it's short. So depending on how high or how far your fingers are from the nib when you write, that may be something that's a little uncomfortable. Especially since, like I mentioned, the grip section is short, and then you can feel it go from this little stout thing to now a little bit more of a robust portion of the pen, because the pen is quite thick. You know, it's not thin. It's not like a Sailor Pro Gear Slim, you know. It's more like a Sailor Pro Gear, if anything, in the width of the, or the thickness of the pen, the barrel. But I would say it's even a little thicker than Pro Gear, Sailor Pro Gear. Okay, and towards the end, I'm gonna do a writing sample for all of the pens for you guys to see the nibs, as well as size comparison. So for now, I'm going to set this Celestial Zodiac Opus 88 Mini to the side. We'll put it up here. And next up, oh, we're back to 1. Okay, next up, oh, and by the way, this pen is a Gold Post exclusive. Okay, so I ordered this at the same time as I ordered my Narwhal / Nahvalur, and both of them are Gold Post exclusives. So let's move on to the Narwhal / Nahvalur Nautilus. I keep holding it upside down. Oh my goodness, the pen. Okay, did I flip it the wrong? I flipped it the wrong way again. The pen flew. It's probably not going to be so neatly tucked in, but yes, okay. This pen I was super excited about, you guys. It is very, very beautiful. I tried to put it back without the plastic because, you know, I didn't need to put it back in this sleeve. Okay, all right. So this is the Nahvalur or Narwhal Nautilus in the colorway Horsehead Nebula. Okay. Oh yeah, it came out of, there we go, I put it back. So it comes with this little card here, which gives you instructions, but that's, you know, besides the point. And then we have the pen. All right, I'm gonna set the box to the side as well. And let's take a look at this pen. It is so beautiful. And I don't know how well, I mean, I think the camera is picking it up, but I don't know how well, but this pen, you guys, is gorgeous. And of course, being like a poured resin pen, they're always going to vary slightly. No two pens will be exactly alike. And I was hoping to get a pen that had more purple and blue, because if you go online and you look at the listing, you can see the listing or the stock photo has more of the orange throughout the body and pen, but I was looking for something with more of the purples and blues because I love space. And the Horsehead Nebula that this is, so what this pen colorway is based off of, does have orange. It's like an orange cloud in this nebula, and it's very famous, but I like having the orange. I just also like that there's more of this purpley blue thing going on. Let me zoom in a little more and I'll lower the pen angle that I'm holding it at. Another thing that I really like about this pen is that it has gold accents and gold finishes. So this is a stainless steel nib, same as all of the other pens that you're seeing today. So the Opus is a stainless steel nib. This is a stainless steel nib that is plated in, it's, you know, gold plated. And I'm gonna try to see if I can get a close-up for you because the scroll work on this nib is gorgeous. Hold on. Maybe if I get it even closer. Please. Okay. It's hard to show with the lighting, but you can kind of see some of the scroll work on the sides of the pen here. And the top of the pen, it almost looks like a treble clef. And then you have a little narwhal here, which is beautiful. And I love the ocean, so this kind of adds, I love space in the ocean, so this adds a little extra oomph for me. And you can see a little bit more of a close-up here. The pen, so the Narwhal Nautilus comes with portholes as ink windows. As I said, all of these pens are inked, so you're not going to see right through. But yes, it comes with portholes as ink windows, and I love the gold porthole in this beautiful, like, galaxy-esque, you know, body for the pen. It makes me think of being in a spaceship and looking out a window, or looking out a window and oh, there you go, you can kind of see a little through because I don't have it filled too much. And then it's got a lot of shimmer and chatoyancy in the blue. You can see it, like there's this beautiful chatoyancy, a lot of shimmer. It's a gorgeous pen. And then the orange is beautiful too. And I'm gonna give you another look at the cap. Okay. Here we go. There's a lot of beautiful, like, star-esque vibes. And if you look at the band on the cap, the scroll work there is beautiful too. It's like waves, and it actually says Narwhal here. Not Nahvalur, but their original name, Narwhal. Just trying to find an angle where you'd be able to see it, but it's a little hard with the lighting. And little ocean waves. But yes, this is the pen. It's very, very, very beautiful. And I got it in a medium nib. Okay. I'm gonna zoom out a little, and unlike the Opus 88, the piston or the end here, so like I said, the Opus is not a piston fill, but it does have a little knob function thing on the end for the eyedropper. But the Nautilus here is a piston fill, and Nautilus is the model, by the way, for those of you who are unfamiliar with this brand. It's the model of the pen. Narwhal / Nahvalur is the company. And the piston, I'm not going to twist it because, like I said, it's got ink in there, but this piston was very buttery smooth right out of the box. It worked effortlessly. It's not loose. I will say, when I first inked up this pen and I started writing with it, I was a little unimpressed. It felt a little, like, unpleasant, but after I let the pen sit for a few hours and then I came back and opened it up again and started writing again, that's when it felt a lot smoother and nicer. So maybe it just needed to, like, sit and sit and mellow out. I believe this is a number 6 Yovo style nib because Nahvalur or Narwhal make their own, or I believe they tune their own nibs in-house. And like I said, everything has a gold finish, and I am one of those gold finish girlies. Oh, that felt weird to say. I know I don't normally talk like that, but yes, I'm one of those people who enjoys a nice good old gold finish. So this is a gorgeous pen, and honestly, it sits on my desk when I'm not using it, and I just stare at it. I stare at it, and I feel like I am transported. It's meditative in a way. It also has on the top here, I don't know if you would go so far as to call it a finial, because there's no logo or anything, but there is a little bit of a metal here, and it's this little gold knob, like a little button almost, that you can't press, of course. The clip is good. it's a good clip. I didn't show the clip for the Opus 88, so I'll do that really quickly now too. Oh, it feels like a little more bouncy and springy compared to the Narwhal clip. It gives more distance here. Hopefully it doesn't break. That scared me for a moment. But yes, so this is a gorgeous pen. And like I said, writing samples at the end or after I reveal all of the pens. Okay, so I'll set this one to the side for now as well. And they look so cool all next to each other. But yes, okay. Next up, one of my very special pens as well. I mean, all of them are really special, to be completely honest with you. But actually, give me 1 second. I just need to, I have so many things on the table now. And these boxes are not helping to make space for me to put stuff down. So 1 second, let me just, please cooperate, box. Okay, there we go. All right, now on to the Benu, and I actually got a special Benu pen because this would be a site exclusive. So I ordered this directly from Benu. So it came from Armenia. For those who are unfamiliar, Benu is a Russian company, but they moved to Armenia and they moved their whole business, and I believe they moved all of their employees, I believe, to Armenia when the war when the war started. So it was like over a year ago, I think. So yeah, so this came from Armenia and it came pretty quickly, I would say, within a week. I kept thinking when I was looking at the DHL, I was like, is it really gonna come in? Like, it's still showing that it's still in Dubai or it's still in the UK. But yeah, it came in quick. So, but yes, I'm excited. The box is beautiful too. I love how they have all of their models here. So this is a site exclusive and the model is the Euphoria model. And I'm super excited because, like I said, this is my first Benu and I love the design, okay? So what is special about this pen, you guys? I will talk about it once I pull it out. So I did put it back in the packaging just because there's the lifetime warranty in here, and it also comes with a cartridge. I believe this is a standard cartridge, standard international, very long. And the pen itself comes with the converter already in the pen. So let's open. I know they're big on eco-friendly packaging, so I like that this is all recyclable. And I didn't know that they come with a lifetime warranty until I looked at it. So, okay, are you guys ready? Yes, this is the Benu. Okay, so what is special about this pen? This is a hand-painted pen, and let me just move the box out of the way. The colorway is called Beam Me Up, and it is a hand-painted pen. And let me just give you guys a little spin all around. It is so beautiful. I love it so much. I actually I had this pen already for a couple of days and it's just been on my table with me staring at it. I've just been staring at it, to be completely honest with you. So I just inked it up right before filming this video. But I don't know if the camera will, oh, you can see it, you can see it. Okay, something cool about this as well is that even though the cap is black, it has this blue glitter, this very fine blue glitter. So it's not focusing, but you can at least see the glitter. So when it twirls and when it hits certain lighting, it really is like looking up at the stars from Earth. So this is like looking up at the stars from Earth, or almost like if you're in deep space in between galaxies and you can kind of see the stars in a distance. But it's amazing. And then you have the same effect happening in the grip section as well. I know again that it's out of focus, but this may be the best way for you to actually see the shimmer or the glitter, I should say. Yeah, because if it was in focus, you can see it, but the light is just in the way. But let me do another twirl. I keep saying twirl, but like oh yes, also on there's no like finial per se, I think, but there's this kind of like a resiny top with a lot of that blue shimmer, and you see the same thing on the end of the pen as well. But now let's do a spin. You can just see how much beautiful detail is in this pen. There's a lot of different types of shimmer. There's blue glitter, purple glitter, and then these hollow, larger flakes, so it looks like galaxies and stars. And let me see if I can zoom in. There you go. There's a hand-painted, well, everything is hand-painted, but yes, you have a satellite here. There's like a meteor, a rocket, a planet that is reminiscent of Mars, something reminiscent of Saturn, a little green alien. Okay, you have another planet here, which could be Mercury or Venus, I don't know. And then we have a UFO beaming up a cow. How cute is this? This is so cute. And you can see more of that shimmer, right? That glitter. It is so gorgeous. And what I really like is the detail with these other planets. Like if this is, for example, the planets in our solar system, and this is Saturn, yes, you see Saturn's rings. But what I like is the detail, how other planets actually tend to have rings as well. It's just not as visible or not as pronounced as Saturn. They have, because of gravity, they have some like rocks and ice circling around them as well, especially like the gas planets further out. Yes, so beautiful. Look how, it's just so beautiful, you guys. I'm gonna spin it one more time so you can admire it. Okay, and yes, you can see that, the fingerprints, yeah, but also that blue glitter. Okay, and this has a fine Schmidt nib. Also a little bit of scroll work on the top and design here. But yes, this pen can post. Like I said, the model of the body is the Euphoria. So the pen can post, but it's a little ridiculously long when posted. And to be honest, I would say that the pen itself is long enough that it is comfortable to hold in the hand unposted. And it's actually, in my personal opinion, better this way so that you can see the full design. Like, I don't think this pen was meant to be posted, you know what I mean? Like, it's just too beautiful to cover up any bit of it. And it is a pen that I was literally looking at all of my inks to see what to ink it up with, and this pen will go with any ink. Any ink. It will basically go with every color because almost every color is present here. And then you have the fact that it has a black base. So yeah, it'll go with every color. Like I said, I just got ink on my finger. Yes, so proof that I did just ink it. And so if you see a little bit of ink on the nib, that may be why. But yes, it comes with the standard Schmidt converter as well. What is it? The true standard, true, I don't know, whatever. I forgot. I was going to say the trusty, good old tried and true. That's what I meant to say. Tried and true converter. But yes, so this is my Benu Euphoria. It is so beautiful. I love it. Okay. And even though I inked it up, I didn't really get a chance to write with it. So that we'll experience together. Let's pull in for size comparisons before we get into the writing sample. So let's start with the Benu Euphoria since we already have it out here. I'm going to pull out a TWSBI Eco. So this is a TWSBI Eco. So the Euphoria is longer than the TWSBI Eco. I'm also going to pull out, let's see, what's another, here. We've got Sailor Pro Gear Slim. I mean, if it's longer than a TWSBI Eco, it's definitely going to be longer than a Sailor Pro Gear Slim, but this is for those of you who have a Pro Gear Slim, so you can kind of get a size comparison. Let's see, what else do I have that I can easily use? 1 second. Okay, this is a Leonardo Grande Momento Zero 2.0. So yeah, if we kind of, it's about the same size actually as the Momento Zero Grande. And I would pull out my Esterbrook SD. Give me 1 second. Let me actually grab that. I know the SD is another popular pen, so it may be easier to compare. So we'll swap out this Pro Gear Slim. And this is what it looks like next to the Esterbrook SD. Also about the same height. So we'll remove the TWSBI for a moment, and you can see the SD and the Momento Zero Grande 2.0 are all in the same range while capped as the Benu Euphoria. Now let's take a look at the height difference uncapped. I'm not gonna do a posted look at the pens because honestly, the Momento Zero Grande, like all of these pens that I have just showed apart from the Pro Gear Slim, sorry, are not really meant to be posted. Like they don't feel as comfortable posted in my personal opinion. So let's line it up with the nibs. Something that's also nice about the Benu Euphoria is that it is faceted, and that is something that I personally was worried about, to be honest with you, initially, because I thought that since it's faceted, maybe it will feel uncomfortable to write with. But to be honest, when you hold it in the hand, the grip section is really comfortable and it's long enough. You don't feel the bend, the threads really. You don't feel this like little tiny step up. So the grip section is long enough and comfortable enough that the facets do not interfere with the quality of holding, like the way of holding the pen. Okay. So unposted, I'll just line these up. You can see that the Euphoria, the Benu, is definitely taller or longer than the other two. So it is the larger pen of the bunch. And you know what? I'm gonna throw in the Nautilus as well for those of you who have a Narwhal Nautilus, just so you can kind of see in comparison to the Narwhal. All right. Wow, so the Euphoria is actually larger than the Narwhal as well. The Narwhal is another pen that's not really meant to be, or the Nautilus is another pen that's not really meant to be posted, and it's quite a large pen. So the Euphoria is even larger than that. So I'm kind of surprised. But yes, we'll do another comparison once I get to the Narwhal itself. But yeah, so now you can kind of see, should I do it posted? I don't know. I think it seems a little ridiculous to do it posted, but I will try. Let's see. For those of you who are just curious, okay? So here we have the SD. It's just ridiculous. Oh my goodness, it's just too long. Oh, I want to be careful not to, I mean, I know that it's coated in resin, but I do not want to ruin the design in any way. So okay, I mean, look at this. This is just ridiculous. And does the Leonardo, it does post actually. You know what, the Leonardo posts comfortably, I would say. It's still a little too tall for me, but it posts. So okay, let's take a look now, shall we? Give me 1 second. Let me bring them close together. Yeah, this is just ridiculous. I mean, the Euphoria is basically about almost a nib taller than the other two. So not really for posting, but yes. Okay, so let me bring out the next pen. 1 second. Okay. All right, so next let's do a comparison of the Nautilus. So you kind of saw it next to the Euphoria, but let's bring in our more common comparison pen. So again, here's the SD. The SD is similar, but it feels like the Nautilus is slightly taller. We've got the TWSBI. We know that this is going to be shorter, but we're just putting it in so you guys can get an idea of how much shorter. Let me actually move everything up a little. 1 second. And here is that Leonardo Momento Zero Grande again. Okay. And I'm going to swap out the Leonardo now for the Sailor Pro Gear Slim, because like I said, I know this is another popular pen. This will be a great way for you to easily kind of do a size comparison. See that when capped, the Nautilus is literally like the whole piston knob is larger than like it's that much of a difference. A piston knob, like their version of a piston knob's difference. So yes, okay. Now let's take a look at these pens uncapped in comparison. And I'm not going to cap them because like I said, the Nautilus is not meant to be a capped pen. And I will show you what I mean. Like you literally cannot, it does not cap. So, or post, I should say, sorry. Post. So it's not meant to be a posted pen. Let's get the Esterbrook SD. So this is actually a Bungu Box and Esterbrook exclusive that I talked about in my Stationery Fest video. Okay, actually the colors kind of all they've got the purpley hues. Should we even, I'll put it just fun, just for funsies. Okay. Yeah. So of all of them, the Nautilus is going to be the largest of the bunch. Actually, you know what? No, hold on. Actually, I would say, so the Pro Gear Slim, I mean, we already knew that that one was going to be the smallest. The SD is kind of close in regards to just total height in general. You can see the SD has a shorter grip section. The Nahvalur or Narwhal has a bit of a larger grip section, so that's something that you can consider, and I guess in the height difference too. But the closest in size is the TWSBI Eco. I'm shocked to say there's only, the Nautilus feels like a smidgen, like maybe a millimeter or two taller than the Eco, but that could just be the angle. They could literally just be, oh, both of these are inked. Yeah, they're basically the same size when uncapped. So, okay, now we know. Ah, all the pens are rolling. They see me rolling. Okay. Gonna cap these up again. I just cleaned out my SD. My Cachofugesto? I get it confused. Is it Cachofugesto or Cachofugetsu? I think it's Fugesto or Fugestu. I don't know. Okay, next up, the final contender here is our Opus 88 Mini in the Celestial Zodiac. So I don't think it makes sense to compare them to the larger pens. I'll do it just so that you guys can have a little bit of a visual of the size of it. But so I'll include a TWSBI Eco, but this is going to be closer in size to a Sailor Pro Gear Slim. This is a Sailor Pro Gear Mini. So not a Slim, but a Pro Gear Mini. And then there's one more I wanted to show you guys. 1 second. Let me pull these out the way. Where is that pen? Okay. We've got the TWSBI Mini as well. Okay. And let me see. Here's the TWSBI VAC Mini. So we've got a few pens that we can compare this one to, and if we just line up roughly, okay, you can see that the TWSBI Eco is definitely the largest pen here. It's about a whole piston knob larger than the Opus 88 Mini. It actually is the closest in size with the TWSBI Mini, the Mini TWSBI. The TWSBI Vac Mini is a larger pen. It is closer in size to the Sailor Pro Gear Slim. It's actually larger than that. So even though it's called a mini, it's not that small of a pen. Excuse me. So I'll just put that one away right away. But yes, the Pro Gear Mini is still considered smaller, I would say, than you know, the bunch. As I mentioned, this is the Pro Gear Slim, so you can get an idea. Now let's take a look at all of them uncapped. Okay, and all of them are inked too, so I just don't have a pen rest like some people have, and because of that, you know, it's my pens be rolling. Yes. Okay. So I have to use a cap to kind of stop them from moving. All right, 1 second. I'm just gonna uncap them all first, and then I'll show you what they all look like posted as well for a height comparison. Okie dokie. All right. So you can see that the Pro Gear Mini is like the smallest pen. It's very cute. It's very small. Like when it's not posted, it's like cute and very small. Okay. The Pro Gear Slim, also, like I said, it's kind of similar to the Opus 88. It's just a smidgen, like the Mini, it's just a smidgen taller. Like the nib is a smidgen taller. The grip section, as you can see, is like the tiniest smidgen, like a couple of millimeters taller. The TWSBI Mini is actually a little, once uncapped, a smidgen shorter than the Opus 88. The nib is not fully, like, the nib comes out here a little more, the grip section comes out here a little bit more. So yes, so this pen, though they're similar in size when posted or when capped, uncapped, this is just a teeny bit smaller. Of course, the TWSBI Eco is the giant here, and this one is not really going to be able to be capped. But let's now post. I keep saying capped, but you know what I mean, like posted. I mean posted. Okay, so this is what I love about this pen, is like it becomes a full-sized Sailor pen. So this is the Sailor Pro Gear Mini posted. Okay, should I even try posting this? Does it twist? Yeah, no. I mean, this is also kind of ridiculous. I'll do it, but it feels a little silly to be doing it this way. Let's post the TWSBI Mini. Okay. The Opus 88 Mini. And the Pro Gear Slim. Okay, 1 second. Let's line them up. I mean, the TWSBI Eco is just ridiculous. So I'm gonna remove this one now. But you guys got the idea. It was just to give you an idea. And then as far as how all of the pens look posted in size, I would say posted, they all come out to quite a similar size actually. And posted, they all appear to be taller than the Opus 88 Mini. So now the TWSBI Mini becomes taller than the Opus 88. You can tell by the grip sections here, and then the nib comes out a little bit more. Same thing with the Pro Gear Slim. It's taller, and the grip section comes out a little bit more. The nib is a bit taller. I would actually say that the closest in size now would be the Pro Gear Mini after being posted. So let me swap them out here and line it up again. Okay. Yeah, they're almost about the same. They're almost about the same size. Like the nib comes out to basically almost the same point as well. So yeah, that's how it looks. So let me cap these, and I will do my little writing sample for you guys too. I do apologize in advance though, because the Opus 88 ink is quite light, and that's gonna be because of another video that I did where I talk about it. But yeah, so that one is quite light. Just a heads up so that you're aware. Hopefully it'll still be legible on camera. But I do want to show you all of the pens next to each other, my space themed pens next to each other before I start the writing. 1 second. Okay. Here we go. This beautiful Benu. And actually I'm gonna include Satellite Party because oh, I just realized this is so zoomed in. Okay, but I'm gonna include Satellite Party because, you know, it's technically part of that as well. So it's gonna look something like this. Oh, it's so beautiful. And actually, technically speaking, this Pro Gear Mini is a Bungo Box Sailor exclusive, and it's called Twinkle Milky Way. And it's meant to kind of be spacey themed, but like almost like if you were to reverse space, so it's no longer you know, black, but this like grayish color. But you know, we'll take it out of the equation since that's more abstract. But yes, they're so beautiful. Okay, let's get into the writing samples. All right, you guys, let's start with the lightest ink first. We may as well just get it out the way. So this is, again, the Opus 88 Mini in the colorway Celestial Zodiac. And the ink in here at the moment is the London Toolbar Stationery Fest limited edition ink bubble tea. So I have a video that I don't know when it's coming out, if it's coming out before this one or after, but that takes a little bit of a deeper look or comparison look at bubble tea and a couple of other inks. But let's start with this. So this is a Goldspot exclusive. Okay, and I will say this nib is got a bit of a bounce to it. It's not too stiff, which is nice. So it gives a little. So you can almost, I don't want to say flex, but it does give in a little. So this is the, oh yeah, yeah. So I don't want to say it's soft, but it's almost like yeah, like, I don't know, it's a little flexy. So I don't know if that's standard for an Opus 88 or if it's just because it's abroad. I'm not sure. But yes, Opus 88 Mini, Celestial. Okay. Zodiac. Let me zoom in. I just realized you guys don't actually see what I'm doing. So, and you still won't see it exactly because I have a high writing angle, but you'll see it afterwards. Okay. So now I'm gonna do the line stroke so you can kind of see. And since I said this is a little soft, I'm gonna see how far of a give I can get. And again, I apologize that the ink is so light. But yes, okay, we'll start with this. There's a little more, a little more, a little more. Okay, and finally, yeah, it's already railroading a little bit, I think. Oh, no, it's not. It's not. It's just, wow. Okay, now it is, I think. So there is a bit of line variation, so that's quite cool. These are the little figure eights with a little bit of flex. Okay, and downstrokes, of course, are going to be good. That's pretty standard. This is the left to right. Upstrokes, not ideal. Right, I mean, yeah, right to left. Kind of hard, but it could also be because of the ink. So yeah, I'm gonna do that one more time. So downstrokes work, left to right. It's there, but it's like shaded. There's more ink that pulls towards the side. Upstrokes, again, it's just so pale in this lighting, it's hard to tell. Like, it writes, but it's thinner there. And then right to left, it's similar to those. So yes, again, this could also be because of the ink that I have in here, so let's be mindful of that. I'm going to check reverse writing for this too, since the nib does have a little bit of a bounce. I'm curious to see if it will write. So let's see. And it does not. So that, oh, do I have this? Oh, maybe that's why. The reservoir. Well, let's try again. 1 second. Let's try again. Yeah, no. Okay. Not meant for that. That's okay. Okay, so that would be the Celestial Zodiac. Alrighty friends, so next we're going to be taking a look at the writing sample for the Narwhal Nautilus Horsehead Nebula. Again, this has a medium nib, and this is also a Goldspot exclusive. So I'm just going to set the cap over here, and I'll zoom in a little so you can see what I'm writing. So this is a, can you see up here? You can. Okay, just checking. Goldspot exclusive. And I'm hoping that it's focused. Okay. And the pen, oh no, I shouldn't have put away the box. Hold on, okay. Okay. The spelling I cannot guarantee. Okay, yeah. Can't guarantee the spelling, but this is the Nahvalur Nautilus Horsehead Nebula in a medium nib. Yeah, and the ink. So the ink that I have in here is Sailor Ink Studio. number 343. Let's do our little figure eights here. I'm gonna check the flexibility of the nib. So let's see, for line variation, standard, a little pressure, a little more pressure, a little more pressure. I mean, I wouldn't say that there's really like it's just putting down more ink, so maybe it's a little bit broader, but yeah, not much. The nib is a bit more stiff, and I don't want to push it and hurt the nib. I don't want to hurt my nib. Okay. Now let's do little box. So downstrokes obviously will be good. Left to right, upstrokes, right to left. So all are good, I would say. All are good. And let's see if it will do reverse writing. Okay, I'm quite surprised. I was actually going to say that it probably won't because it's been a theme that I've been seeing, but it appears that you can get some reverse writing here and have it in a more Japanese fine nib size, or kind of like an extra fine Western, I guess, reverse writing. Yeah, it's not drying out here, you guys. This is actually really nice to know. Wow, look at that. So this one does reverse. I like it. Is there anything that I'm missing from this writing sample? Nope, that's pretty much it. It's kind of the same dealio. So yeah, good to know. So that would be the little review for, sorry for the cut, but that will be the little review for the Horsehead Nebula pen. So that is really cool. I didn't know that the Nautilus nibs can do reverse writing. So that's nice. And then let's get into the Benu. All right, guys, now we're going to be taking a look at the Benu Euphoria. And like I said before, this is a fine nib, so let me do my little zoom in here. And let's get started. So let me just prep the pen. I want to make sure that it's, well, so this is, just so I mentioned, this is a Benu site exclusive, so I'm going to write that here too. So Benu site exclusive. Okay, so let's focus on the writing now, just to be sure. And this is, so this nib is a lot stiffer, I will say, and this fine writes very close to a Japanese fine, in my personal opinion, compared to other Western nibs that I have experienced. I'm going to compare it with a fine Yovo nib as well, but this is a Schmidt nib, so you know, I'm going to make a comparison between those two. But yes, so far I like me likey. Okay, so this is the Benu. Yeah, since it writes so much finer, I feel like I need to, okay, Benu. Ooh. Euphoria. Beam me up. Okay. And the ink is Kobe, or sorry, Nagasawa Kobe, number 72, Singari Water Blue. And I got this bottle at Stationery Fest, actually. It's a really pretty blue. I'm not sure if this is in focus. Now it is. You guys haven't even been able to see everything I was doing. All right, so let's do our figure eights. I'm gonna do the strokes. So down strokes, left to right, up strokes, right to left. All are quite consistent. The upstrokes are a little lighter, but I would say that's pretty standard. It could also just be the ink is maybe a little drier. Let's see, what else can I do for you? I do not want to push this nib for line variation. I'll do it a little bit. Oh, here, let me, okay. Regular, a little pressure, a little more pressure. Yeah, there's not much line variation, like just a smidgen, but it could also just be that more ink is coming out because you're applying more pressure. So I wouldn't really call it, in my opinion, line variation. And yeah, reverse writing. Oh, I forgot to mention the nib size. This is a fine. Okay, now let's see if we can do reverse writing. I don't think we'll be able to do reverse writing with this, but oh my God, that is so scratchy. It is uncomfortable writing. I'm wondering if this was a wetter ink or a broader nib size, because it's reverse writing. It is. It's just really scratchy. So like I feel like it's scratching the paper, but it's doing it. I'm not putting a lot of pressure, and it's reverse writing. It's just like I said, however the nib is grinded down, it's like it feels like it's ripping the paper. And just so you guys know, this is Tomoe River paper, so it does reverse write. I think if it was a broader nib size, it wouldn't be an issue, like if it was a medium or something along those lines. But let's do a little comparison on this page. I'm gonna compare this Schmidt fine to a Yovo fine and then to a Japanese fine. Okay, so here we have the Schmidt fine. Here, let's do, okay. I guess let's do the quick brown fox thing. The quick brown fox. Just because I couldn't think of anything else. Okay. So that's the Schmidt fine, and now let's take a look at a Yovo fine nib. So my celestial, what am I saying? My satellite party is actually a Yovo fine. So the quick brown, I think I may have this phrase wrong, and if I do, I apologize. I don't normally, is it the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog? I don't know. I could be wrong because I don't really use this phrase. So, okay, off the bat, the Yovo nib is writing wetter. The size is about the same, but I think because the Yovo nib is writing wetter, that it's coming out a broader line. However, and that Yovo nib is like smooth like butter. So let me try this Schmidt nib one more time. Yeah, there's a little bit of feedback with the Schmidt nib, but it could also be a little bit partially because of the ink. I'm not sure if the ink is more dry. This is my first time inking it up in a pen. And then let's compare it to a Sailor fine. So give me 1 second. Let me, or a medium fine. Let's, well, this medium fine won't. Ooh, this is hard because I actually don't have. Okay, so where is my Pilot? Okay, we're gonna do the Pilot Custom 823. So forget the Sailor. Pilot writes a little juicier than a Sailor would, I would say, with their nibs, and it's a smoother experience. But yes, okay, so we're gonna do it above. So this is gonna be the same thing again. Let's zoom it in a little more. Okay. The quick. I feel like that's the wrong. I feel like something is off about it, but whatever. Jumps over the lazy dog. So the pilot is a little finer, I will say. The pilot is finer. But it's just by a little bit. It's just by a little bit. And for those of you who are curious about the inks that I'm using in these pens right now, in case maybe you were interested. So the blue one we already mentioned. This one above that was in my Pilot Custom 823. This is Lennon Toolbar's Coastal Village. And then this on the bottom, the yellow one that was in the Satellite Party, is Tassia Natan. Okay, so, all right, that was a little bit of a brief view of the Benu writing experience. So thank you guys for tuning in. Let me bring out all the pens for this one. But yes, sorry. I don't know why, but I make bird noises. It's involuntary. But yes, I make bird noises when something happens, out of shock and or, you know, surprise or fear. I make bird noises. My cousin calls me a turkey sometimes because of that, because I think the turkey noise is my default. Whenever I like stub my toe or something scares me, I'll go like, I literally make that noise, and I can't, it's involuntary. But anyway, so these are the 3 pens again, and thank you guys so much for tuning in to this video and to this channel. I have more interesting things that I would like to share with you guys, so if you want to stick around for that, feel free to do so. You know, you can, if you subscribe, you'll get notifications, I guess, about it, but no pressure. Do any of you guys have any of these pens, or have any of you looked at any of these pens at all, perchance? Also, I was wondering, have any of you guys looked on the Benu website at their exclusive hand-painted pens? Because I'm curious, you know, when I was ordering this one, I knew there were 6 available. I don't think that they're limited edition. And I will say, for the cost, for a hand-painted pen, it is quite a decent cost for a hand-painted pen, you know? So I was I think it was like $250, or $280. I don't remember if it was between $250 and $280. But like the price of a Pilot, I know that all of these are stainless steel nibs. You know, if this had a gold nib, it would be a lot more expensive. But with how intricate this design is, that it's hand painted, I think that's quite a good deal, to be honest with you. But yes, that is the end of this video. So thanks again, you guys, and I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Bye.